Let me tell you a story. It all starts at a company called CloudSphere Solutions on what seemed like a totally normal Monday morning. You know the kind. Quiet, calm, just another start to the week. But a single, routine email was about to turn everything upside down. For Emily, the company's FinOps analyst, this was just another email in her inbox, part of the monthly routine. She clicked it open, probably sipping her coffee, not expecting anything out of the ordinary. But this time was different.
And when I say massive, I don't mean just a little over budget. We're talking horror movie massive. The kind of number that makes your stomach drop. The kind that gives chief financial officers actual nightmares.
That's what she whispered to herself. She probably refreshed the page, thinking it was a glitch, then refreshed it again. But that huge, terrifying number just stared back at her. And that's when the dread set in. This bill, as insane as it looked, was real.
Okay, so, in a bit of a panic, Emily dives straight into the company's cloud cost dashboard. She's looking for a simple answer, right? Some big mistake she can point to. But what she found wasn't clarity. It was chaos. Less of a dashboard and more of a haunted forest. What she saw was just a total zoo of wild cloud resources. We're talking servers with those gibberish system-generated names, forgotten storage buckets just sitting there collecting dust, snapshots from years ago, plus rogue load balancers nobody recognized, and databases running so hot they were practically setting money on fire.
Now, a dashboard full of mystery resources is bad enough, but there was one single problem that connected all of them, a problem that turned this from a mess into a full-blown crisis.
Nutty single one of them had tags. Nothing. No owner, no project name, no cost center, absolutely no explanation for why they existed. They were just there, a forest of ghosts running up a massive bill, and nobody knew who they belonged to. So Emily knew she had to get answers, and she had to get them fast. She grabs Jacob, one of the cloud engineers, and they launch an urgent investigation. Their mission? Go from team to team and figure out where these phantom resources came from. Their plan was simple enough. They'd just show the list of untagged stuff to each department and ask, hey, does any of this look familiar? They were really hoping for a quick, oh yeah, that's ours, sorry. But what they got was, well, a lot of finger-pointing and denial.
First up was the engineering team. Their answer was fast and final. A simple, nope, not ours. So not the easy win they were hoping for. The mystery just got deeper.
Next, they talked to the mobile team. Their response was a little different, but just as unhelpful. They kind of recognized some of the resources, but they were pretty sure they had shut all that down months ago. Well, spoiler alert, they hadn't.
As the hours ticked by, you could feel the pressure building. Developers started avoiding eye contact in the hallways, the emails from the finance department got a lot less friendly, and of course, leadership was breathing down their necks, wanting to know what on earth was going on. After hours of hitting dead ends, just staring at screen after screen of data, something finally started to change. Emily, just refusing to give up, she spotted something, a tiny little thread of a pattern in all that chaos. It wasn't much at first, but it was a start. She saw that a bunch of these mystery resources had a similar, subtle pattern in their automatic names. And, more importantly, a lot of them were created around the same time of day, every day. And they all originated from the same cloud region. And that's when it clicked for her. They weren't hunting for dozens of separate mistakes made by different people. No, they were hunting a single ghost, an old, forgotten automation script that had gone completely rogue. As soon as Emily said it, Jacob just froze. All those little clues clicked into place for him too, and he remembered. He remembered an auto-scaling script he wrote ages ago for a project that didn't even exist anymore. A script that was supposed to have guardrails, but didn't. And just like that, the detective work was done. They found the culprit. The relief was massive, but they couldn't celebrate. Now came the hard part, cleaning up the mess and making sure this could never, ever happen again. Okay, so with the source of the problem finally nailed down, Emily and Jacob switched gears from detective work to cleanup crew. They started a full-blown operation to not just fix the current problem, but to protect the company's future cloud spending. They put a 4-part plan into action. First, they forced automated tagging on everything. No resource could be created without an owner tag, period. Second, they built new dashboards so everyone could actually see what was being spent. Third, they wrote cleanup scripts to automatically hunt down and terminate these kinds of orphan resources. And last but not least, a new strict rule. If it's yours, you tag it. No exceptions. And with these new rules and tools in place, order started to return.
Slowly but surely, those wild, untagged resources started disappearing. The haunted forest in their cloud account was finally being cleared out. And most importantly, the next month's cloud bill was a whole lot smaller.
Now, this whole crazy story wasn't just about a big, scary bill. It ended up being a really powerful hands-on lesson in FinOps, that's cloud financial management, and it totally changed how the entire company thought about using the cloud.
And Emily, she became the hero of this story. But here's the thing, her real victory wasn't just finding the problem, it was creating the systems and the culture of accountability that brought lasting order to that chaotic cloud environment.
And that brings us to the ultimate lesson here. Taming cloud costs isn't magic, and it definitely isn't luck. Costs go down when every single resource, every server, every database, every storage bucket has a clear name, a known purpose, and someone who is responsible for it. It all comes down to visibility and ownership. So that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. What does your own cloud environment look like? Is it a nice, clean, well-organized workspace where everything has its place? Or, if you were to look a little closer, do you think you might find a haunted forest of your own?